The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 40. You get the NASDAQ up 18. S&Ps are up 3.5. Gold contracts up $3.90. We have silver down 12 cents. Copper's taking a hit this morning. It's down almost 9 pennies, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's big money for copper. That's $2.47 a pound. Bonds, you got the 10-year up 14 ticks, 123.09. 30-year up a full point and 1 tick at 148.22. And King Dollar's down 69 ticks at 102.885. The euro's at 104. The yen's trading at 116.89. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit the banner. Bring up the exchange. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can walk along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. And in this type of volatile market, bottom line is that there's nothing like a defined option contract.
It's been fast, right?
It's been fast. It's been fast, and depending on the vehicle that you're trading, whether you're trading currencies, whether you're trading commodities, whether you're trading the actual indices, there's been a lot of movement.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of movement both ways. So it depends on what contracts you're actually trading. Now, last night, the currencies folks open at 6 o'clock, and so what ends up happening on Sunday night, that's when gold opens also. So I'm always tuned into 6 o'clock.
Sure.
Now, I bought the euro. This is not working out in my favor, that's for sure. But the bottom line is that
last night at 6:28 p.m.
Yep, 6:28 p.m. And I bought it. I paid about 30 ticks. So I paid some. It was all premium.
Sure.
And what I'm looking for, so if I pull up,
sure, go for it. You can just minimize that one.
I'll show you what we're looking for here. And what I did get in the middle of the night, I got almost what I'm looking for, but it didn't hold. So we'll see. So it was right here, 628. Is that 628?
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I get in like at about 1.0449, but I believe I paid a lot more than that for it.
Because you're paying the premium
exactly
on top of it, sure.
Right. Now, the first layer that I was looking for was coming up to ICE, which is the 0482, and we did 0480. Now, that happened at 1:50 a.m. Then it gave it up big time.
Sure.
And this is where the defined risk is pretty cool.
You have till 3 o'clock.
1:30. 1:30. I think these are 1:30s.
3 o'clock.
Oh, 3 o'clock. It's even better.
Yeah.
So it went down the tubes.
No, sure. And it's, the box is going from 104.5 to 107.
Right.
And so it's at 104.420. So you need about 80 ticks up to the floor.
Right. And I bought it at 104.81.
Yes.
Right? So that's where the 30 ticks come in.
Exactly.
Because that was a lot.
Yeah.
I knew it was a lot of ticks, but you know what? It's like, okay, what also happens is that the way that the dollar and the euro and the yen have been moving, 30 ticks is not a huge amount.
Yeah, I mean, that spread's worth $250 overall, so the 31 ticks, call it 30, where you're risking 30 to make 220, right? Out of the 250.
Right.
So if you do get that big move, right. Yeah.
We got our man, Mr. Darrell Martin. Darrell Martin, what's going on?
Hey there, how are you doing?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing good. Very good.
Yeah? What are you looking at this morning?
A little bit of everything. So I playing some pound dollar this morning.
Okay.
And just, enjoying Nadex, the spreads, the binaries.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting this week because what we have this week, folks, is that you're coming into Christmas and Hanukkah. The market's opened all week, but the reality is that Friday is almost like, Christmas Eve and Hanukkah Eve.
Yeah.
Right.
We're going to be closed Friday, actually, even though the market's open, because it's Christmas Eve. There's Hanukkah. There's everyone's holiday. But yeah, that seems like it's going to be a very, very slow day, to say the least, in the entire corporate world. No matter what you're doing,
there's no doubt.
The market.
There's no doubt. Yeah. And then the markets themselves, folks, are closed Monday.
Correct. And that's the way they're closed the Monday after Christmas. They're closed the Monday after New Year's.
Right. Let's go over and take a look at this. I want to look at this copper market for a second. So this copper, HGZ, copper's taking a nice hit here. Okay, so we went from, if we look back, October, copper's trading at 208. 2 weeks ago, it's at 274. So I guess both ways. This could be just a normal retracement in a market that wants to go higher.
Quite a move.
Yeah, it's a huge move, man. No doubt. That thing is rocking. If we go over and we take a look at the good old dollar, which is no doubt running the metals markets, that baby is flat right now. You stay right there, folks. Tommy, Darrell, myself, we're going to be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow right now is up 46. Nasdaq's up 17. S&Ps are up 3.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you're going to see right on the front page, we actually do Tiger Dolls a couple times a year. At the Christmas holiday season, we have a special one, and what that is that we do the Salvation Army Tiger Doll sale. This one, what we're doing is that you get a 25% bonus on whatever purchase you make. Which is unusual, right? Which is much
usually
more
it's
than
10 to 20%.
Right.
You know, usually it's 3 levels, and we go 10, 15, and 20%.
Right.
And so this time it's everybody gets 25. So when this special's over, the most you can get is 20%, and that's for spending the most amount.
Right. And in this case, folks, what we're doing is that if you buy $600 in Tiger dollars, you get a bonus of $150, so you get $750 to spend. We donate in your name to the Salvation Army $60, 10% of the cash value. You buy $1,200, we donate $120. You get an additional $300, so you get $1,500 to spend. And if you buy $1,800, we donate $180 to the Salvation Army in your name. You get an additional $450. And there's no expiration date, totally transferable, and they're good for all products at TFNN.
They're a great deal if you're going to subscribe, if you're already a subscriber. And, like I was saying, Basil Chapman has his class tomorrow night, his second class. That's $295 if you're not a subscriber. I mean, you could easily get the $1,200, $1,500. There's your $300. You get the course for free, and then you get $1,200. Whatever you choose to apply them on.
And what happens with Salvation Army is great. So this is over, folks, next Thursday.
This Thursday.
We're already at this Thursday. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, it's this Thursday.
3 more days after this.
So this is it.
Yeah.
And that's a hard over, too, by the way.
Yes, because that way we're going to be closed Friday, and we're going to get the check together.
Right.
That way it's in this year, next week, because that way it applies for 2016 for a donation that everyone's making.
Exactly.
So that'll be processed. They'll take care of it.
And the Salvation Army sends it directly right to your house, which is so cool.
For a receipt for your... Right. Yeah.
Let's go take a look at, we got Mr. Darrell Martin. We're looking at his scanner right now, folks. And if you haven't test drove the scanner, great time to do it. You can come over to our website at TFNN. We're looking at the pound USD, right? That's what I'm looking at, Darrell?
Yeah, we got the pound dollar up.
Okay.
Yep. So, and basically, plenty of good choices. My favorite thing is trading those, spreads that are near the market. They're all actually really close to the market right now.
Okay.
So I just want one that's going to, let me put the least amount of money up with the, most amount of reward.
Yes.
And so this lets me see real quick that the ones that are right by the market is that 22.30 to 24.80.
Right.
So on the buy side, you put up 110 to make 140.
Okay.
So, which is fantastic. You'd be putting up several $100 margin for that if you're trading on, Spot FX broker. And it's within like a tick of the market, 2 ticks of the market.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing that, if you've ever traded just the Spot FX market, folks, okay, believe me, get over here and trade this product here. Because what does happen is that the differential is pretty intense, man.
Yeah. Especially what you can lose, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's you can go both ways. And what does happen, it doesn't, mean that the volatility is not out there, because it certainly is. The difference is that, as we say many times, that your trade is your stop. And, guess what? In the spot market, that is not the case. Your trade is how much is in your account, and that's your stop.
And then some.
That was right? If you're lucky sometimes.
If you're lucky sometimes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could go even beyond that.
Yeah.
So
fast moves.
And what has happened, because of the strength of the dollar, folks, okay, it is twisting and turning a lot of currencies. And, my take on it right now is that, everyone, not just in the United States, in the world, is kind of scratching their head saying, okay, where's this going to shake out? Because if you've been reading it all about what happened in China, it was serious business in China last Thursday. Their bond market froze up. You're talking about trillions. So they had to come in there quick, and they were quick. They came in there like within hours and unfroze it. But that had to do with our rates going up a quarter, and it had to do with the same with the perception. Are they really going to go up 3 times?
Okay.
Because what happened is that because when you own U.S. bonds, of course, you're going to own them in U.S. dollars. When you own Chinese bonds, you're going to own them in yuan. Well, the yuan's getting destroyed. And so no one wanted bonds, including everyone there.
Sure.
And that just doesn't mean the people in China, folks. What it means is large debt funds. That there's lots of them.
Sure.
That, guess what? You got U.S. pension funds in them. You got retail investors in them. So my point is that currency trading, using the Nadex platform, there's going to be a lot of movement here because I think well, we'll find out.
We can see some volatility in the future.
Oh
right?
Man, I'm telling you, you can, as I said in the gold report this morning, you can make the case that the dollar's in ABC up to 113.
Okay.
Now, I'm not buying that, but you have to be aware of it. And the main reason I'm not buying it that would raise havoc all over the world like so quickly.
Bring havoc, yeah.
Yeah, and including our own country.
Okay.
But guess what? Technically, it could be an ABC up.
But guess what, right?
Yeah, but guess what? If it is, man, you better have crash helmets on, man. And I guess it would have to do with the velocity of the move, too.
Right.
If that took 3 or 4 years, no big deal. If that took, if we look at this dollar, so watch this. When you had Oracle coming out with their numbers last week, they were yapping about the last quarter, how bad the dollar was hurting them. Well, the dollar was at 94 and 95.
Right.
The dollar's at 102 right now.
Right.
So let's see, that's $7, right? That's 7. Yeah. So listen, why can't you go up another 7? Right.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Seriously.
Man. The world's been changing pretty fast over the last 6 months for the currency market, especially.
It has. No, it has.
They have an insane amount of volatility for this time of year too.
Yeah.
Yep, and in the what was interesting? If you didn't see this yet, folks, Christine Lagarde, now she's the head of the IMF. She was guilty of negligence this morning by a court in France, and
really?
It's going to be interesting to see what the IMF does.
Okay.
So what the deal is that it was a 400 million euro judgment.
Okay.
And she was the foreign minister inside the government at that point. And what the allegation is that she didn't do her job. And she got guilty on negligence that she didn't appeal the decision. And so when you cut to the chase, it's all a political deal. But the reality is that we'll see what the IMF decides to do now, because they didn't. There's no fine. There's none of this. But this goes back 10 years.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, you didn't do your job.
Yeah.
Now you're running the whole world with the IMF. You gonna have your job? She probably will, but we'll see. You stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tom, and myself, we're coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today.
EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
The holiday season is here, and TFNN Salvation Army Tiger Dollar Special is back. Right now, you can get a 25% bonus on your purchase, and 10% of whatever you spend will be donated in your name to the Salvation Army. The sale only comes around once a year, so don't miss out. Tiger Dollars are a great way to add extra savings to TFNN newsletters or services, and they never expire. Get your Tiger Dollars before the sale ends Thursday, December 22nd, and get your 25% bonus while donating 10% of your purchase to the Salvation Army. For all the details, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Darrell Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 50. You get the NASDAQ up 19. S&Ps are up 4.5. And, you know, when you come into Wednesdays and Thursdays, folks, you know, with this Nadex product, what you have these spreads are a great way to trade volatility. At the 10:30 in the morning,
those
Wednesday,
inventory numbers, right?
Inventory numbers, 10:30 in the morning, Thursday, gas inventory and oil inventory. You know, Darrell, when I was when the Fed was coming out, what had happened is that when I was actually looking at I couldn't quite figure out how to put a trade on in the indices.
Okay.
Meaning that a volatility trade. Okay. A volatility trade.
Right.
Let's put it that way, because it seemed that when I was looking at it, I was looking at the NQs and I was looking at the 200-point NQs, right? And it was going to
have that. They're going to be loaded with premium on that.
Yeah, it was going to cost me $93.
Sure.
You know, so it's like, okay, you
Sure.
know,
Yeah.
it just didn't work out. You know, but
Out of all the spreads, the NASDAQ is probably the narrowest of the spreads percentage-wise.
yeah,
And so it has more premium than the other indices.
okay.
Because you're going to get 100% of that spread a lot of the time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know, so yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's one of those ones that people go and they think it's going to be like the others, pardon me, but it has a lot of premium in it. So if you trade it thinking it's going to be like Russell, Dow, S&P, then people are going to be upset because it doesn't move as fast because that premium is a lot bigger in NQ than it is in all the other indices.
Yeah, that's it. And both sides of it saying, okay, well,
You can't quite set up the really low risk to super high reward just because inherently you have a lot higher chance actually of success.
okay,
You know.
right. That
Because
makes sense.
on that day it's
Right.
only 40 NASDAQ points
Right, exactly.
to put it in.
Now I wonder. Now I know you haven't. I know you've done this. I haven't done this before the actual Fed announcement. Probably the morning or the day before that wouldn't be as bad though, right? Meaning
if
if it
it
lasts-
expires after it,
Yeah.
it it'll account for it.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's actually even going to be a little bit more because you just have more time plus the news.
Right. Right.
So they don't go, oh well, you bought it before, so we don't count the news. So I tried that too.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Right.
But now if it expires before the news, it's like it's as cheap as can be.
Right. Yeah.
After the news, it's really expensive, even if you buy it at 6 o'clock. Or
I've seen that because a couple of times I almost hit the button and like, hold it, man.
There's been a time on the show where we pulled up the oil, remember, and it was just way too cheap.
Right.
And we realized that there was a holiday and the news wasn't coming out, but we just knew by pulling it up. It was like 6 pennies on each side of oil.
Something's wrong here.
Yeah, I was like, this is going to be a $12 trade on both sides, to make $2.50. There's no way that
too good to be true.
It is, and we just looked, and and that's why we say people should be used to it, right? You trade the demo. I mean, we went over it that day. It was like a perfect example because since we had traded it, it was plainly obvious that the premium was off, and that's why you just want to get used to it. And it's really fun looking at fast markets. You see how much they're pricing in.
You do.
If you're going to trade it, at least that way you have a perspective.
Right. And what had happened, and you had mentioned this that morning of the Fed meeting, is that make sure you know when the news conference is too, because that's when I pulled that up.
Because we're looking at 3 o'clock.
It was at 2:30. It wasn't 2:15.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, for
the
sure.
announcement was at 2. But the news conference wasn't until 2:30.
Because there were some things we were looking at that expired at 2:30.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That becomes a very important detail.
Huge.
Details.
Love it. Slightly. So, gold out here. Gold needs a bid. Gold has nothing happening for it.
And how about silver, right? Silver's down almost 15 pennies.
I know. SIH. This silver contract, folks, this thing got killed last week. And the bottom line is that just laying there. Now that's on the daily. What has happened is this, and this is where SI1. If you take a look at this on a longer-term basis, silver is still showing that it didn't retrace as much as gold. Silver was coming into the June swing low of 1583, as well as the strength it had in April. So in that case, in that context rather, silver is a lot stronger than gold, because watch when I show you gold. When you go over to the gold market, now
quite a different chart, right?
Quite a different chart, and gold went deeper. I gotta bring it back here.
Yeah, it's pulled back much further.
Yeah. Gold, came into the February area where we, January we took off from, so it has work to do.
Yeah. If gold were still at where it was at in April, we're talking $1,200.
Look at that.
Just to put it.
April and June. I know. So that's pretty intense, actually. Now, silver's no doubt
struggling as well, right?
Yeah, no doubt. And it's more volatile than gold.
Yes.
Silver
could be catching up right now to the downside.
Oh, no. There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Not that it could. It actually is today, but it could be.
Yeah. Let's go take a look at SC. I want to take a look at a couple of these copper stocks, because copper had taken off. Yeah, so you get Southern Copper's down 58 cents. That's doing a retracement. TGB, which was a powerhouse. That's doing pretty good. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So TGB had taken off, folks, from 44 cents, went up to $1, and retraced to 71 cents. Now, when you have a stock at 44, this company actually takes in money, though.
Okay.
So watch this. This is a little stock that they're still taking in. Well, this quarter they plan on taking in 91 million.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Pretty remarkable. And it's like mostly copper.
It's
right?
mostly copper.
Yeah, I'm looking at 315 million. 314 copper.
Yeah. If
that doesn't mean they're making money though, because fiscal year earnings per share. So that's where their 44 cents comes from. But I hear you.
That's
because so many times, at least, if people are buying stocks that are under $1, right?
Yeah.
They're just buying prayers and hopes and exploration and a story and a dream.
Exactly.
Versus, and I'm just speaking super generally.
But that's the mantra. Now, what happens is this. So there's plenty of folks that probably know the story. This equity here. The dream in this equity is that they've been dealing with a huge gold mine in Alaska that they've been trying to open for 20 years.
Okay.
And
the other thing I always look at is market cap, because then you can do a quick summation of like,
you can.
You know, so that one I think it was like 169. I think.
Okay.
Go for it. But you know, because if something is in the realm where like it's so small that if it was too good of a deal, somebody would just scoop it all up.
Yeah,
you know, be aware of that too. Like, you know, just
you have to be, because you know why?
Any funds.
Rich people buy a condo in New York for $170 million.
Exactly, and so any fund out there is smart enough that if the opportunity is that good, just be, you know, so keep, you know, when you're buying companies that only have a market cap of 170 million, right?
Right.
You know, if it was that easy, as in they're taking 268 million in a year. I'm always aware of the market cap on these small stocks, because
there's no doubt.
There's too much smart money on Wall Street that would just, like you say, buy a massive position in that one equity if they had a huge gold mine about to pour cash into the coffers.
Seriously.
Yep.
You stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tony, myself, we're coming right back. We're going to be talking with John from New York, and we're going to be talking the bond market. Dow right now is up 70, Nasdaq's up 29, S&Ps are up 6. We're going to be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom and Tommy O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. If we go up and we take a look at the NDX 100 right now, this thing is taking off to the moon. And
it's not stopping. Go ahead.
It's not stopping. And you're at 49.55 now. Watch what it's doing, folks. Okay, you're coming into the downdraft that had been created out here on the 15th, and that's when we went from 49.51 into the. Let's see. Well, we did that with 5,200. No, 14,000 contracts. With that being said, I just sold right into this inside this Nadex product for a second. Let me show you what we did here. The spread that I took the 80-point spread, I believe, right?
You did, yeah.
Yeah. So this 80-point spread, so the top of that spread is 40. Can you read that?
Yeah, 49.60.
Okay.
So we're now 5 points above where we're at.
Yeah.
So pretty close to the ceiling. When you got in it, in fairness, it's like 9 points, right? It was at 49.51, 49.52 the market's in. So you're pretty close. Plus then you have the premium, of course, so your price can be 49.46. So per contract, you're risking about 133 per contract.
Yeah.
And you have 3 contracts to the downside. And of course, you know, the market popped, unfortunately, 4 points since then, but that's a 415 contract for the day, right. And you have 3 of them, and each one, you know, has a value of 800 if you ever got a big run back to a reversal of what we've had. Totally. Hopefully sooner rather than later, right?
Yeah, totally. Let's go to John in New York. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. Thanks for calling, man. Thanks for holding.
I'd like to buy the 30-year Treasury bond. What price do you recommend buying it? And are there any ETFs that trade it, like leverage or one time?
Yeah. I mean, you can. Well, it wouldn't be the 30-year. You'd be the 20-year, 20-plus year you have on the leverage basis.
Yeah, and I think that has some exposure to the 30, but then there's other 20 years mixed in, so it doesn't trade.
And it'd be the 20. The TMF is the. That's the 3 times.
Yeah, that's the triple.
Let's see, TWM I think is the.
No, it's Russell.
No, that's the Russell. Okay.
TLT's the. Oh. You okay?
Yeah, that was funny. No, sorry, folks. You know what just happened? No, my necklace just grabbed one of my whiskers.
What necklace? Which one?
Oh.
You got 2 on.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do I really?
You do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I do. That's right. Sorry, John. No. Okay. So when you say you want to buy the 30-year bond, right? Are you talking in the futures market or on an equity? The ETF?
An equity that trades it. It's preferably an ETF.
The closest one that I could get you, the 1-to-1, you'd be buying the TLT. That's the 20-year bond plus fund.
Yeah.
That's
what price do you recommend?
You can buy it right here. You're at 117.95. You know, this has been bouncing around the bottom. You know, the low was last week at 116.80. You know, it's trying to get off the lows. It hasn't get off these lows yet, though. I mean, another way to do this, you know, is you could wait for the sign of strength to see if the sign of strength does come in, and then you buy the retracement off the sign of strength. Now, what that would mean is that you'd be buying it higher, but you would be gleaming more information, and that would be, I would say, a higher probability trade and less risk. You know, there's still risk for sure, but you're just waiting for more information. So watch, if I show you the 30-year, and this is what happened last week. The 30-year really looks good on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, so here it is here. So what happened is that, you know, you actually the first day was the 12th. The 12th, you know, went down to 147.10, rejected lower price, had lighter volume, and closed inside the 148.11. Then, you know, this will be Wednesday and Thursday, it's like, you know what, it wasn't operating. And today, you know, it's up, but it's really not up with strength, you know. So, I mean, I think the prudent thing there is I'd wait for a sign of strength and then buy the retracement. Because if this is what the 30-year, so check this out, folks. This is pretty intense. What the 30-year still has not done is broke a long-term swing point. You know, and the last time that we broke a long-term swing point was in 1999, I believe. Yeah, here it is right down, 1999. So, you know,
It's been quite a run.
And it's had vicious retracement. So the question is this another vicious retracement in a market that still is going to have, you know, lower interest rates going forward? You know, and what would stop that is that if inflation is flying, yeah, that would stop that. But, you know, worldwide right now, our rates are still dramatically higher than the first world. Let's put it that way.
Comparable, yeah,
right. I mean, France is 0.7% on a 10-year. You know, we're 2.5.
Sure.
Is that 4 times? 740 20? It's almost, yeah, it's 350% more, right? 0.7?
Yes, 350. Yeah. No. What did you?
France is 0.7.
Yes, we're 3 times it. Yeah. You know, basically, we're 3 times it.
That's huge.
Right? No, here.
Like, why is that? Well,
market says so.
Market says so, man. Cooking, brother.
Happy holidays.
You have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Have a good one.
So let's go back to that NQ. NQZ, no, we're in the H's. NQH. So we hit on this streak, what did it go to, 49?
49, 59, 25.
I don't know, okay. So see, you can see what you're doing. Where my head's at here, folks, is that this is the test and the spike from these 2 levels up here.
Yeah. You're looking at Wednesday and Thursday last week. Yeah.
And there's a seller there. You know, we'll see whether that seller comes in again.
Yeah, we're about 1 deviation up at 49.64 on NQ.
That's even better. That's a good scene then. You know what I mean? You get both. That we'll find out whether that was a gift from the trading gods or not. And we'll find that out pretty quickly.
By 4:15 Eastern time today.
Yeah, totally.
No matter, maybe sooner, but at least by 4:15
what I
Eastern
do like, ESZ, say, let's go look at the, if we look at the, you know, you pull up the S&Ps, you know, that was, you get the spike up, light volume, you know, right now, we hit 2262, you're 2261. You know, same thing. You're coming into the downdraft. The downdraft over here is from the 14th and the 15th, and the 16th in that case. You know, but nothing that heavy. The Dow, I think that just spiked too. That's kind of where it's at. So, if we look now inside the NDX, and this is what you want. Yeah, as to what's making it rock. You have Lamb Research is up 3.5%. CLAC is up 2.8%. SBC Communications is up. SBA Communications is up by 2.6. Costco's up 2. Taken away from it is Liberty Ventures is down 1.5. Norwegian Cruise Lines is off 1.4. And Express Scripts is down 1. You stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tommy, and myself, we're going to be coming right back. Dow right now is up 62. Nasdaq's up 38. S&P's up 6.5. We're going to be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, don't forget to come over to our website at TFNN. You can hit the Nadex banner, bring up the exchange. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can start trading these defined option contracts. You know, the volatility, no doubt, is out here. You can see that when we started the program, we had a flat market. Bottom line is that, you know, the NQs, they caught a bid. And, you know, bottom line, if you're a bull, great. You can buy them. You're a bear, you sell them. And it's a defined option contract.
Yeah, and hey, we're 5 points off the top. Thankfully for your short, we'll see what happens. But
yeah,
right. Hey, no, I'm saying it's going to be a fast market. It looks like, at least. If that literally almost touched the 1 standard deviation, then that is nice for the setup.
Yeah. There's no doubt. And what happens, folks, is that you, in the NQ's case, as that spike was coming in, you're coming into 3 separate days. 2 of those days last week, Tuesday and Wednesday, this is where they sold that down hard. You know, so the speculation would be that there's a large seller that's basically sitting there saying, guess what?
Okay.
You know, I think that this is a sell at this particular point. It's certainly not going to be Darrell, Tommy, and myself. We're not going to move markets. But guess what? Those larger funds, you know, bottom line, they're positioning themselves, you know, and that position could be, guess what? They have a large portfolio and they're not selling the portfolio and they want to sell a future. You don't know if they're hedging themselves or selling themselves. You just know that the print was there.
Sure.
You know. Don't forget about the Tiger Dollar sale, folks. You know, as I said at the beginning of the program, I thought it was next Thursday because time just is flying. It's this Thursday.
It's Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday's here before you know it, and Thursday's the final day of the week.
You want to make
for our week at least.
Yeah, you want to make 25% on your money. You'll actually make 35%, 25% bonus, and you'll get a tax deduction for 10% of whatever it is.
You got it, man.
And then we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. So you stay right there. So you can open up a Nadex account. They'll put $25,000. Just sell the whole thing. Sell the NQs, folks, and see what happens.
The good thing is they can reload those practice funds for you.
Totally,
right?
totally.
So advising people that, you know, there's no harm if you want to play around and stake your $25,000 on out of the money binary options.
Well, and if you do, hold
because it's demo account money, but then try some real trades, maybe.
Yeah, totally. So hey, we'll give you another one. Now, I didn't take this one, but I was looking at this one, folks. There was one that was out of the money.
Okay, well, you're talking about, sure.
Yeah, and I like those, but I just didn't want to.
All it was going to be is going to be a 40-point one,
right.
with 20 points lower being the ceiling, so 49.40.
Right.
And you can see how now, you know, you have 14 points the market needs to move before there's any value in these, and that's why it's going to be real low.
Right.
But yeah, if you're selling it, you know, and you do get a run down to 4,900,
right.
You're risking $21 to make 380.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I like those, just as Darrell was talking
that's
about.
That's a similar trade
likes
to
those.
Far out of the money, something, you know, and it is 14 points before you have any value. So this is a much, you know, lower probability trade, but guess what? Lower risk, higher reward if it comes in.
And what also happens, though, in that one, folks, you could lose everything I'm putting up, and I don't want to lose everything I'm putting up this time, so I think my probability was better
and not
with the
even
other one.
You know, right, not even if, you probably will.
Yeah, probably will.
No, that's
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you probably will in a long-term winning strategy. Maybe that's what to keep. You know, it's just one of those things.
It depends, a couple of different things. When I do those, and I've done them almost every day, but I like doing them most of the time before the market, not when you get a spike like that. What happens when you get a spike like that, folks, that's a nice spike, like, oh, okay. You know, you have
to defeat all that strength, right?
Yeah, you just jam that market like that. You know what I mean?
That's a big. You should be aware of that for sure.
And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Darrell, thank you so much, man. You have hey, listen. So we're not on Friday, so you have a great Christmas, great holiday, man. Ho ho ho!
Yeah.
Lots of
Merry
presents.
Christmas, man.
Hope everyone gets what they want. You stay right there, folks. Basil Chapman's coming right up. Thanks, pal. Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.